Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you something new that I picked up, and it's from a brand that I have been using products from for about the last 10 years. And what we have here is the MTM Case Guard Sportsman's Plus Utility Dry Box. And the reason why I picked this up is because I recently acquired one of these, a black powder revolver. And when it comes to these little black powder revolvers, there's all kinds of little parts and pieces and bits and so on. And I thought to myself, do I want to go with the gear box or do I want to go with the gear bag this time? Because it seems like anytime I get into any kind of a new platform of firearms, I end up buying, another bag to put stuff in, and it just kind of makes a mess and goes all over the place. But I thought this time, let's go with something maybe that's easier to organize, that's a little more compact, that's stackable. And that's what took me to the dry box. The MTM brand, okay, made in America. These are made in Dayton, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. It does feature a ton of features to it, which we'll go over here in just a moment, and we'll talk about the measurements. If you're a fan of my channel, you know I've been using the MTM Sight and Clean for about 10 years on the channel. Well, I've had it for 10 years. I've only been making YouTube videos for about 6. But it's one of my favorite products. It's durable, it's rugged, it's a great value, it's held up well to all kinds of different weather conditions, and it's never let me down. So this Sportsman's Plus, let's just go through some of the features to talk about what you're going to get if you purchase this. I did get it for $22.99 at my local Shield sporting goods store. And first of all, let's just go ahead and get the measurements out there for you. That way, if you're kind of curious about buying these or if you're space limited and so on. Your actual, like you could say, your width is going to run you 14.5 inches. Yeah, about 14.5 inches going across this way. Your height is 9.5 inches. Your depth is 7.5 inches. So that's going to tell you what kind of dimensions you're looking at if you decide you want to pick one of these up depending on your application. Like I said, for me, having a black powder revolver, I wanted to be able to store the revolver in here, keep it dry, keep all my components dry, all the little bits and pieces that you acquire, and so on. It's made out of a nice, sturdy, rugged plastic, and it's the same kind of plastic as my Sight and Clean box, which has held up really, really well to the elements, getting beat up, tossed around, left out in the sun, and so on. And MTM does make some great products. It does have some molds in the top, so if you buy more than one dry box, you can stack them. So again, if you're space limited or you just want to keep stuff organized, it's really nice to have. Having a gun channel, it seems like I get boxes and bins and bags for all kinds of different products that I buy and all sorts of different firearms and so on. And it is a little bit hard to sometimes find places to put all these things. It does have a lift-out tray, which we're going to show you. It is water resistant. It is non-submersible, so you can't completely dunk it underwater. I mean, they call it a dry box. It's going to keep it dry out in the majority of your weather conditions you're going to run into, say short of like a super heavy downpour, I'd imagine. Flip-top lid for easy access to frequently used items, made in the USA. O-ring seal is also nice because it keeps it fairly dry and fairly airtight. It's not completely airtight, but it is enough to keep out the elements. First of all, you got the hidden compartment, which, I didn't know it was there. Actually, they got the little latches on the very top here, so you can tell there's something on there. But it's nice how it's kind of molded into the top, and it doesn't really protrude or stick out or anything like that. And you got some nice little compartments up here, so I can put a powder measure up here. I can put this cool little Star 7 capper in here that was courtesy of Squiblug. Thanks, Squib. Any other little parts and components that I need, bore butter, stuff like that. Stuff that's easy to get to, easy to organize. And, I could have got a bag for maybe a little bit less money, but then I've got stuff just kind of floating all over the place, and it drives me nuts when you're digging around. And this prevents stuff from kind of getting knocked over or lost and so on out at the range. So you close that up. Obviously, you got a little carry handle, which has got some nice sturdy molding in it. It's very ergonomic. Opening it up, it's not a super tight seal. I mean, you see the lid go down just a little tiny bit. So, I mean, it's enough it's going to keep out the dust and the wind and most of the elements and stuff like that. Pretty much perfect for what I deal with. But it is a decent seal. It does have some extra holes on it, so you could paddle lock it, I suppose, or put a cable tie around it if you worry about it popping open during transportation and so on. Okay, we'll open up the lid, and on top of the lid, you actually have a little ruler that's molded into it, so maybe fishermen, this is something that might come in kind of handy for you. It does also tell you water resistant, non-submersible, not waterproof, as kind of a heads up. Moving right along here, you've got a nice big tray that you can take out, so I can put other accessories and items in here, maybe put my primers in here, or maybe a little can of powder and so on, which is pretty cool. And then here, you've got a nice deep compartment, no obstructions, no shelves, no BS, just straight up good old storage space where I can put a big old Navy revolver, which is going to be cool. So I think it's going to be a great little case. We'll get it all together, get it all organized. I'm going to put everything in here. I tell you what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and put everything in there, and then we'll come back here in just a few minutes and show you what it looks like. But, for $23, again, the MTM brand, their products have never let me down. I've had nothing but good luck with them. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with what they make. It's, you know, pretty much on par with like a Plano ammo box, like a large ammo box, or say like a tactical bag or something you might take with you to the range, a pistol bag. But again, got a lot of features. So let's go and get everything out of that Traditions package, get it here, and we'll just see how stuff looks and how everything goes. All right, hang tight. All right, so please ignore the mess here going on in the background. I'm just getting my reloading benches all set up. So I got a lot of parts and accessories all over the place. Could probably use one more of these for all this reloading gear that we got going on here. But anyway, the nice thing about this box, if you happen to pick up one of these ready packs, I'm happy to report that everything basically fits in here that you're gonna need. And I'm sure there's a few more accessories and stuff I'm gonna drop in here as time goes on. I'm gonna discover one little issue I ran into with this box, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But when you open up the lid, able to fit the percussion caps in there, the bore butter or lube stuff, your cleaning kit, powder dispenser, powder measure, capper, all that fun stuff. So everything fits in there nice and neat. It's gonna lock into place. It isn't going anywhere. Okay, when you open up the lid, I did have to take out the removable compartment that's in here, and that's just because I didn't have space for the powder to keep the powder upright. I'm assuming it's okay for me to store the powder on its side as long as it doesn't move. Maybe you guys can chime in with me on this because I'm still fairly new to the world of black powder. How stable is this stuff? As long as it's not rolling around, is it a big deal? If I want to just simply put the can down on its side, I can put the little drawer back in at the little shelf here, and I'll have more storage space. But the little revolver fits in there perfectly. Got room for an extra ammo box, cleaning solvent, instruction manuals, and much more space. So I'll probably end up getting some sort of a soft case for the pistol, and I'll still be able to fit it in here because there's plenty of space. But yeah, it's a nice little setup. It's not too expensive, and I think it's going to work out well. All right, so for $23, $22.99, I did not check the Amazon prices, but I try to shop, you know, locally whenever possible, even if it's a chain store. I like to, you know, try to spread the money around a little bit. But anyway, do check it out. I think it's a nice little box. It should hold up well, and we'll see how things go as time goes on. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's my take on the MTM Case Guard Sportsmans Plus Utility Dry Box. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And Saturday mornings, I've got a little podcast that we do called Caliber Corner. We just talk guns and ammo and who knows what. Make sure you check it out. Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time over here on YouTube. You can also find me on guntube.org, Gunstreamer, UGEtube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all over the place. But that's it, guys. So have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.